is about to get put the fuck to sleep.
He might lose some weight this day.
I don't know.
Remedy about to bar that stomach off.
It's about to be bad.
Yes, I know that I'm fat. I know that I'm fat. I know that I'm bad built. But as one, I also know when another nigga that's short, fat, and bad built and needs to lose that stomach, he about to burst. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, he's about to burst. I can't, I'm sorry. Like. I'm you know what? You know who I am? I'm that ugly chick in the group that will tell everybody else that they ugly and stank and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call out the truth. T-Rex does not look good body wise, and somebody needs to help him. Somebody needs to help him go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there with you. Welcome to another episode of the Hold It Down podcast. I'll be your man, you know what I'm saying, Saquonderful, Quanzo Washington, Quanwick, you feel me? Jen Saquon, out here doing my thug thizzle. Here are my co-host with the most.
You already know what it is. It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again with the Hold It Down podcast, where we talk battle rap and hip-hop culture as a whole. Make sure, if you're out there right now listening,
T-Pain campaign.
Exactly. The T-Pain campaign is in full effect. Week 2 just recently dropped. Go ahead and check that out. You know what I'm saying? Your boys got more bangers and bangers and bangers to drop. So you only heard 2 so far.
Yeah.
We got more in the tuck.
We just getting started.
Exactly. So please, go on over there to all the Dead End Gaming socials. You go and see the videos. You go and see them.
And like, see them, comment, share, subscribe, all that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Spread the word. We trying to get T-Pain on the DEG podcast.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly. Make our dreams come true.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We fuck with T-Pain. We've been T-Pain advocates for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Even when niggas try to shit on T-Pain, when niggas thought it was over for T-Pain, we was like, nah, nigga. When you got the sauce just don't leave.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? He still got the sauce. So how is he lost?
Sauce is forever. Royalty forever.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Wait, what was the thing that I remember? What was the video that had a dude in Best Buy who like?
He was talking about difference between juice and sauce because
juice is temporary.
Yeah, juice is temporary.
Sauce is forever. Yes.
Yeah.
So that nigga didn't have the juice. He had the sauce.
Yeah, it's different with that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Sauce is thicker. It stick around more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Juice evaporates. You know what I'm saying? Breaks down. You just see the you know, the GMO and the sugar and all the nasty shit. You'd be like, ugh, I'd be drinking this shit. Sauce, it may dry out a little bit, but all it's going to do is have a nice protective layer to protect the rest of the sauce. That's going to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Krispy Kreme will never leave the streets, nigga. Oh, shit. I was supposed to go to Krispy Kreme yesterday because, you know, I've been talking forever about getting the chocolate donuts.
And they only have them on Fridays?
I had it in my brain all week to be like, yo, Friday going, especially on Thursday, I passed by Krispy Kreme and they had the hot and now sign. I was like, oh, Friday it's on. I'm getting a chocolate donut and I'm getting a regular one. I was going to tell you about it. I think they even have I got to check. They got like a thing about getting a dozen for $1 or some shit. They had a weird deal going on. You know, Krispy Kreme are trying to give away their donuts sometimes.
They do. I mean, they do give them away if you're vaccinated.
Which I am. And I could get it. But I specifically want to get a chocolate one because, you know, Krispy Kreme donuts are cool, but I can get one. Well, I ain't going to disrespect because nobody's going to agree with me what I'm about to say. But I do want to try the chocolate covered one. I feel like that would be a nice experience. But yeah, I definitely forgot to get that shit and I'm upset with myself because it is Saturday today when we're recording. And it happens on Friday. But I'll remember one of these days. But yeah, back to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? We here right now. T-Pain campaign in full effect. You feel me? We trying to get him on the podcast. Help our dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? T-Pain, we love you. Even if you don't come through, I also don't think we're going to shit on you because you don't come through. Like, we still fuck with you. It's because we fuck with you that we even think to make a campaign. And I hope the record shows that we were trying to do this even before you came back popping with the single with Kehlani and the you know what I'm saying, your podcast popping. Like, we had you in the brain early.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is. The fate's going to move how it moves. We appreciate y'all for the views. You know what I'm saying? What was the last video at?
All right, so I just posted the other one the second one to the IG yesterday. The reel already got over 3,000 views within the first day.
And I ain't never had nothing over 3,000 views, so that's a beautiful thing. We appreciate that. We appreciate the love, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We do this for fun. We do this because we love this. You feel me?
Yeah.
We must serve justice. It's a Papoose lyric.
Great. All right. So if you never listened to the Hold Down podcast before, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. Usually we start off with a hip-hop shenanigans, a.k.a. Quan part of the show.
Aye.
Then we get into our actual battle reviews.
Okay.
Then we end it off with our artist of the week. That's the rundown of the show. So this week's news and stuff, pretty much all battle rap related.
All battle rap.
And since some of it is kind of leads into the battles we reviewed, I'm going to leave some of it for later, but I'm going to do the immediate stuff now.
Okay.
All right. So
who's Prep acting like today?
For past Prep. Prep said that he's basically done with battle rap. Prep was like, yo, the hate I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm done, dog. Like I think he has like 3 more battles lined up. And he said after those, like he done. Like,
the hate I'm getting for actually doing weird ass shit.
He said that he was cool with niggas like joking and shit. Cause like he's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I was doing some corny shit. I get why niggas is coming at me. But he was mostly bothered that the woman Nettie said that he was being a predator, and he didn't like the word predator attached to his name, because that was he only did one interview, and it was on DNA's show. He was like, "Yo, I don't like being called a predator," and niggas was like, "Okay."
But I kind of get it, because we had a discussion about this, a quick discussion about it earlier. That he doesn't. I can get him not liking that word, because while it doesn't mean the same thing, niggas do look at predator as like pedophile, like rapist. Like they group those words together, because most of the times people that do qualify with the other shit are predators. You know what I'm saying? So niggas thinking they're looking at him like he on some R. Kelly shit. So those words are kind of triggering. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, I don't know who he's battling, but these battles, like, them niggas gonna tear into that ass. There's a lot of material to work with. Like,
a whole lot of material.
Yeah, so if we had some decent opponents, they about to, they scrapped everything they had. It was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? This about to be battle rap gold mine on this nigga. I'm about to have a classic for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and don't let one of them niggas have a daughter. Oh, you about to be everything you're not.
Oh yeah,
you did weird ass shit. You about to be a pedophile. You about to be a rapist. You about to be a weirdo. You about to be R. Kelly. You about to be Bill Cosby.
I don't know who he battling either, and I didn't care to look it up. All I know is he better not be battling nobody like Big K.
Oh, he
remember Big K is the one that outed Adi Boom with the papers. So if he battle a nigga like Big K, he gonna come with facts and he gonna come ready to cook your ass.
He gonna
Please
be like,
don't battle Big K. Just retire.
Like, Big K gonna be like, nigga, you did this before. Oh, you don't remember? 5 years before, you had 4 in the group chat, and it's gonna be some weird shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're a fucking weirdo.
He wouldn't say that shit while nigga rapping too. While nigga trying to defend himself, be like, you know what it do? Niggas do corny shit. You know what I'm saying? But you're a fucking weirdo.
He was saying just like that.
I've never been so excited to have a white man be so disrespectful. But Big K just found a way to have like that beautiful medium. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. That, I mean, and I get it. Like, as from a woman's perspective, like, we are laughing about this shit, and she even understands, like, you know, I get it. People are gonna laugh about it, but shit like that is kind of, while nothing crazy happened, shit could have went crazy because, like you said, they talked. She talked with who's the nigga that look like Calico? Yeah,
Holmes look like Calico.
Yeah, he looks just like Calico.
No, you don't.
Especially got dreads.
No, you don't look like Calico.
To me, he looks a lot like Calico, but Holmesy. Like she was saying, like, what if I had started bucking out and started like calling niggas out? I would have looked crazy. We would have been all in a crazy situation. Like niggas got girls, niggas got family, niggas got their own shit going on. You know what I'm saying? That could have shit could have went left from that. Niggas that do weird shit like this. Not saying he did nothing or he's that kind of person, but this is kind of like one of the things that lead to niggas doing weird shit, like being predators or being rapists or being, you know, the shit that niggas gonna call him in the battle rap rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I get him feeling away, but it's one of them things like, yo, you did this, so you got to eat everything that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is dinner time. You can't just have the lasagna, nigga. You don't like carrots? Nigga, we got carrots and cabbage on the side. You need all that shit. You feel me? You can't just have the good shit. Like, so, It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, he wasn't even the topic. You just brought him up, and they had to.
We definitely did. I definitely did. I definitely did.
Let you know where he stands now, which I guess is outside.
Yeah, apparently, because he don't want to be in battle rap no more. Which I don't know what he about to do. What he about to do?
I don't know.
You gonna get a regular job? Somebody interview him and be like, "Hey, so how do you feel about group chats with hoe niggas? Like, what you about to do, Pratt? You know what I'm saying? What the hell you about to do, bro?" But yeah, continue.
All right, so URL announced one of the biggest cards of the year. It's called "Till Death Do Us Part," October 30th. This is the end of this month.
Who getting married?
Nobody. This is a Drake card because OVO October. It's supposed to be around Drake's birthday. I don't know when his birthday is. I don't know that. But I know like Drake posted this card on his IG before Smack could even announce the whole card.
Side note, as a Drake fan, I always do love and appreciate how niggas make fun of Drake all the time, but then Drake always does subtle shit to be made fun of. Like the one time, well, not the one time, I'm sure he's been involved in other shit, but where we know this is a Drake card that he's probably more involved in, it has to be called some shit like "Till Death Do Us Part."
Yeah. Yeah, I know, bro.
It's like, okay, all right.
Yeah, but it's
certified lover boy.
It's some real money behind this card because this card has big names. So like I read this card to you off air, but you know what I'm saying, we ain't talked about it really on the mic. And it's just some drama around the card too.
We love some drama.
All right, so I'm gonna read the card for the people who don't know. Pat Stay versus Real Sick.
Cha-ching.
It's gonna be a crazy battle.
I've been wanting to see that.
It's gonna be a crazy battle.
I've been liking to see that.
Jazz the Rapper versus Gaddis. It's gonna be a great battle as well.
I'm not the biggest Gaddis fan, but that's just because I haven't seen her get busy.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz the Rapper, we know what she could do.
Yeah,
we know some of the Bardashians.
Yep.
So that's gonna be exciting.
T-Rex versus Rum Nitty. T-Rex is about to get put the fuck to sleep.
He might lose some weight this day.
I don't know.
Rum Nitty about to bar that stomach off.
It's about to be bad.
Yes, I know that I'm fat. I know that I'm fat. I know that I'm bad built. But as one, I also know when another nigga that's short, fat, and bad built and needs to lose that stomach, he about to burst. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, he's about to burst. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, you know what? You know who I am? I'm that ugly chick in the group that will tell everybody else that they ugly and stank and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call out the truth. T-Rex does not look good body wise, and somebody needs to help him. Somebody needs to help him go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there with you. Feel me? But yeah.
I'll be there for you.
Lean on me.
All right.
Next one.
Sue Surf versus Calico.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Remember, I feel like I mentioned in the past, this is the one where they said that Calico was going to back out at first because it wouldn't offer him enough money, and that's what it was going to get JC to step up. Mm-hmm. But then JC said, nah, he's good, so now it's back to Calico again. I guess they figured that out.
Yeah, and I don't know why JC stepped out. Wasn't JC looking for niggas of Sue Surf's caliber this whole time, and now he got it, and all of a sudden he don't want it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's going on with that nigga. I remember his mom passed a little while ago, so maybe he's still got some personal things going on. I don't know.
I respect that then.
Yeah. Murder Mook versus Easy the Block Captain.
Let's get Easy to finish this nigga off. Pause. I'm ready. Like if Murder Mook, I'm actually long past it. I ain't gonna lie. Like let Easy finish Mook off. I feel like Mook is past his prime. It's a rap for him. You did wonderful things. But now, like, the niggas that, you know, when you would go against Reed and be like, yo, you did this, you was this, you're that now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ain't the young nigga no more, you know, you would have been good if you stuck to your podcast. You know what I'm saying? Your podcast was actually pretty decent before you started caping for the white girl extra hard.
Too hard.
Every
time I see him, I think about that.
Niggas call him Mohawk. They took the Mook off his name, was like, his name is Mohawk. Caping mad hard for that girl. I don't even remember her name. Even when he was caping for her, she was giving the face like I don't know if I want you to do it. Like I disagree with you, sir. Yeah. Like yeah. But
Tay Rock versus New Jersey Twerk.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Tay Rock is pretty consistent. He tends to show up. New Jersey Twerk, the story's different. But if he does show up, it's gonna be, you know, it'll be a classic.
I got more Twerk talk in a minute, so we gonna talk about Twerk, son.
Okay.
Loaded Lux versus Geechee Gotti.
I think niggas have been waiting for this one for a minute. Loaded Lux is pretty consistent, even when he's not that great. It's like the the bar is still gonna be there. It just may not have hit in the moment.
It may not be the most exciting performance, but it'll still be good. To listen to. Like he doesn't always have the most interesting performances, but he always has something to say.
Yeah, so. Geechee Gotti is hands
every
down.
Fucking bar.
Every fucking bar. I ain't gonna lie, I'll give him credit for that too, because this generation is kind of every fucking bar now. But he was the first niggas I heard doing that shit and chanting that shit, championing that shit, and he's led that. He's led that shit that's made me not want to listen to niggas like Murder Mook no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've never wanted to listen to T-Rex, but like I've been thinking about that too while I was driving. Like when I was doing my job, like I'm like I have never once been impressed by T-Rex, like at all. Like T-Rex has always been. I've always been like, okay, he can rap, and
not even cool. When he throws the hat.
At all. Like I've never been impressed by T-Rex, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
I understand. All right,
that's the same nigga that had the Ether beat before Nas, man.
So let's get into the issues with this card.
All right, what's going on?
Mook backed out.
What
so there is no Mook versus Easy anymore. First niggas were saying it, and then Smack released a statement. They released a whole statement. I'm gonna read the statement they put out. I just want to tell you in advance, this is one of the most petty releases I've seen from an actual company. Like you could tell somebody very petty wrote this.
It feels like it. It feels like a pit.
You ain't even heard it. You ain't even heard it. How you know it's petty? You ain't even heard it yet.
I feel it. I feel it in the air.
All right, so this is from the Smack. This is Smack's official statement. They said, it is with great disappointment that we announced that Murder Mook will not be participating in our upcoming Till Death Do Us Part card. Despite exhaustive efforts by the URL, Drake, and Mook to bring the God tier MC to the stage once more in 2021, the stars did not line up. Mook did everything in his power to rise to the occasion for the fans, but during the negotiation for the battle, several mishaps transpired in securing him a viable opponent. One potential opponent, who originally agreed to the highly anticipated contest, reneged on his verbal agreement, opting not to sign his contract in the 11th hour. Another opponent did Another opponent did not believe he was performance worthy. These lines are getting too close. Another opponent did not believe he would prepare in such a limited time to ensure a performance worthy for such a high caliber card. And while Easy the Block Captain, the rising star that was announced, stepped up to the challenge, all parties in good conscience could not go forward. Everyone wants to give the culture the very best, and because of the unfortunate twists and turns in negotiations, that outcome will not be possible. Smack White and the URL team are committed to preserving the integrity of the sport when possible to create magic. We do so with our energy, resources, and talent. However, from now on, when we see that a battle will not live up to the mastery of its own hype, we will kindly do what is professional and make the best decision.
So, with that being a very professional statement, as we know, Murder Mook backed out of this shit because you are not going to convince me, unless Easy the Block Captain has some real life shit going on, that Easy been wanting smoke with these niggas for the longest, and he's literally getting it's like, fam,
you read this up, but yeah, we know Easy up for it because I've been seeing Easy tweeting stuff out. We know it's not easy.
That's crazy.
We know it's not easy.
So I know, so it's either and I had to say it, Murder Mook better be going through some shit for this to happen. Because if he's just backed out for the sake of backing out, you scared.
So I'm gonna tell you what I saw on Twitter. After I saw URL post that statement, I saw Briz quote it and said, "Now the bag is 100,000." So maybe they tried to get Briz originally, and it didn't work out. So they asked Easy last minute, and now it's like it's falling apart. Like maybe Easy felt like there wasn't enough time for him. Maybe that's what they're trying to spin it as. Or maybe Mook felt like he needed more time for Easy. And now there's like, the original opponent backed out. So then we tried to secure Easy. And now everybody's saying, let's just not do it. That's how it kind of read to me. Or they're trying to spin it because Mook ain't ready.
I feel like I will give a little bit of leeway to Mook saying that if it's not enough time, I can understand that only because with Mook, he's used to having a lot more time. Like this might be the most Mook has ever battled ever.
This has to be back to back.
Yeah, he's been
he don't do that.
He's been almost like within the last year, like maybe 3 battles, which is usually like he does like one, not even less, like one every 2 years probably.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it might be a lot for him. Maybe that's even been why his bars have been less quality. Even though, I mean, I don't battle rap, so I don't know how long it takes for a nigga to write. And just because we have some niggas that can, you know, have a week or two and still give a great performance, doesn't mean that everybody can, and doesn't mean that everybody has to live up to that standard. Just because, you know, some niggas either their minds work different, or maybe they just had different inspiration. You know, you can, you know, you do creative things. I can't expect you to just give me the same shit if I give you 2 days versus if I give you 2 weeks. Yeah. You know, the inspiration is gonna be different, the level's gonna be different. So I will give him some leeway on that if that is part of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Easy, I feel like Easy probably been, you know, waiting for this, so he'll have already shit motivated. Where like Murder Mook, he should have been looking for this shit, but niggas be on the hierarchy shit. He may not have saw a world where he's battling Easy nowhere, no time soon, or you know what I'm saying? So he don't got nothing prepared for him. You know what I mean? So he'd have to really like go back and be like, all right, now I gotta go into the dungeon and really come with some shit. If he even knows, because Easy is coming for niggas, and Easy is only getting better. You know what I'm saying? Like he's, you know, he's up.
After that chess battle, he can really call out anybody he want, low key, because that's probably battle of the year.
Yeah, for sure. Easily. You know what I'm saying?
It's probably battle of the year. So.
And it's extra because, you know, Easy is freaking, you know, Murder Mook's like catchphrase and shit. So it's like for it to be Easy versus Easy is gonna be different. But, you know, I get it. I feel like it would also make more sense if, like, even though they have to say like it's the battle's canceled, maybe they're trying to push it for another event or something to give him more time. But because they do a by event thing, and, you know, Smack is a hustler, so each event's gonna have his different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Summer Madness is gonna be what it is. Ultimate Madness is gonna be what it is. Super Fight is gonna be what it is. This one has a Drake sponsor, so there's gonna be some more money into it. So y'all might want to get a piece of this while you can, because there's more money involved. But, you know, niggas like Mook, they move when they want to move. So who knows? Who knows? But at least we got Loaded Lux. You know,
at least we got Tay-Rock.
Yeah. But so since Murder Mook backed out, are we getting a replacement?
I haven't seen nothing about no replacement. It's looking like no battle's going to replace that as of right now.
Because if Easy sticks around, who could really go against Easy right now? Because
like I said,
him and Chess was, I feel like, the best style clash, the best like battle, the best everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't seen no announcements yet. If I see one, I'll let y'all know. But I ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
I know you. I know before I told you it was canceled, you was like, "Let's get this over with. Let's just go, let's pack Mook the fuck up," as they would say on Restore Order.
Yeah, because I was looking forward to it. Like I was like, he's either gonna show me that the Mook that I know and love is still there somewhere, or his time is over and it's a wrap. But, you know, it's disappointing because like this is literally the opponent. This is literally the perfect opponent for him. You know what I'm saying? This is the best opponent he could have since he went against Loaded Lux the second time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's perfect. So, you know.
I know.
And I know it won the money because I'll give credit to this. I don't know if I said this, but I do want to give credit to Murder Mook and Loaded Lux for niggas getting the money they do now. Because I remember when niggas regular purses now, the 30,000s, 40,000s, niggas was judging them niggas for doing that shit. Niggas was like, yo, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, them niggas is bugging. Like, how them niggas gonna ask for that much money? You know, like
everybody getting those kind of bags now.
Yeah.
Like if you like, because I be listening to like niggas. I listen to a lot of like battle rappers talking stuff because they be all over. They be on IG Live and stuff.
Yeah.
And Geechee make it sound like that's regular. Geechee be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this event, give me a quick 40. Then I'm gonna go to this, do another event, couple months, pick up 50. Like he make it seem like they getting that regular now. Yeah. So it's like I've heard people say that this caffeine bag is different. The men and the women been saying that like the money is better.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, and I'm glad for that. I'm very happy for that because, you know, we said we want to see some battle rap millionaires. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I remember when Murder Mook and Loaded Lux was asking for that shit, and battle rappers was talking shit about niggas, and Murder Mook had made sense. He was like, all right, if you may disagree with it, but I'm like, nigga, it's like, how are you talking bad on another nigga's bag? Like, you should shut the fuck up because when I'm doing this, it's better for all y'all. So This is why it bothers me that a nigga like Murder Mook is like sucking these days, because while he does have his rants, he's be on his Harlem shit. He does, he has his dumb shit. There's a very intelligent man behind that.
Yeah, I mean, he did take off a battle rap to go to college. Like, it's not like he's a dumbass nigga. Like,
yeah,
I would never say nothing like that.
Yeah, he's a very intelligent man. So like, for a nigga to be, kicking out the bars he kicked against Reed Dollars, I'm like, what happened?
Them bars was not that bad. Some of them was not that bad.
It was not that good neither. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, this is the nigga. Like, I want to give them credit for that. Like, they definitely, like, without them niggas doing that shit, niggas getting 100,000 for anything in battle rap right now does not happen. You know what I'm saying? I remember when niggas would be extra happy about 5K, 10K. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Math Hoffa and T-Rex was supposed to be the first paid battle. You know what I mean? And now niggas is talking about getting quick 40s. You know what I'm saying? Niggas having competitions for 100,000. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's, so we're gonna give them niggas credit for that, because without Harlem niggas being like, yo, we different level niggas, we need to get different level money. You know what I'm saying? Until you got this, I ain't battling.
I understand.
And the whole game talking shit about it and still standing on your square. And now everybody's eating because y'all niggas had the you know what I'm saying, the foresight to do that shit.
Yeah. I understand. I get it.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, so more battle rap news. Twerk, he was on Restore Order recently. He in the most recent episode. That was a good episode. Twerk was in there chilling, just in the studio, talking his talk. Ike was in there that episode. Ike was out of town. They said he was celebrating his daughter's birthday or something. But Sway was there.
Shout out to your daughter, man.
Had another guest in there. I forget her name right now. I apologize. But yeah, Twerk, he was real chill. They asked him, because Heavy Bad's the guy behind the camera. He was like, yo, I'm gonna ask what the people want to hear. Like,
you gonna beat up Norbs again?
No. Oh. He was like, we respect you and like, we think you're great. We think you could be one of the best to ever do it. But is there a way that we could like slow down the stumbles? Because if we can get you a couple battles in a row without the chokes and the stumbles, we could probably book a type of battle like you versus Surf. And like, even Sway was like, yo, that would be one of the biggest battles ever, you versus Surf.
Yeah.
And that nigga Twerk said, I have no desire to battle Surf. He said that him and Surf is real cool. He met Surf outside of battle rap. And like, he's just one of the niggas he really ain't got. He said Surf ain't even on his list of niggas he cared to battle. Which,
they both from Jersey.
It's different because a lot of niggas, I want to battle. Everybody want to battle Surf. But Twerk, he like, nah. But he did give his list of niggas he wanted to battle. And he said Hitman is towards the top of that list.
Holla?
Hitman Holla. Also, let's take a moment for Hitman Holla. I'm glad that your girl is okay.
Yes.
You know I heard about the home invasion. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's
I'm glad that everything is okay for y'all right now.
Yeah, I'm glad that both y'all are safe. You know what I'm saying?
That was wild because he said he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
He was out of town. She was FaceTiming him while it was happening. Like, that's wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Twerk said he wanted to battle Hitman. He said that he feels he's a better performer than Hitman.
That's a fact.
And he said that
very much a fact.
He said he's a better performer than Hitman. He said he know people gonna think that sounds crazy, but he said like if you because like Twerk broke it down. Twerk said, "Yo, he can't rap with me." Yeah, he said, "Hey, that's we all know you can't rap with me."
It's a fact.
And if he's like if my bars are up here, and then my performance is up here too, he can't catch me.
That is a fact.
Like, okay,
we'll see. Because Twerk's performances are best when he's I'm gonna tell you straight up. If New Jersey Twerk stops the stumbling and stops the fumbling and the choking, he is the greatest.
Yeah.
Is at all the niggas we like. You know, I love Geechee Gotti, all that. You know what I'm saying? But like New Jersey Twerk, just remembering his shit is some niggas on their best days.
Yeah.
On average, you know what I'm saying? Even when he's chilling, when he was gonna get swayed, it wasn't his best work, but it was casual greatness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's just he's casually dope. And I know he could do it too. Cause the nigga went against Danny Myers and there was 10 niggas in the background. And it was some of the best shit I've heard. You know what I'm saying? Like when this nigga just does not choke, like he's great.
Yeah.
He's great. And if he could stop that, if he could find a way to stop that shit, even if he has a battle like on Murder Mook consistency, you know what I'm saying? He would be one of the greatest. He would be the greatest damn near.
Yeah. And
debatable.
Twerk was like, honestly, his really only stumble recently was the KCJ battle. He's like, that's only that's the only thing niggas talk about.
That was a badass stumble. But
it was. He was just like, and he rattled off like 7 or 8 other battles he did recently. No stumbles. He's like, but everybody really only want to talk about one stumble. He said, but I think he thinks he's getting better about it, and he just said,
he is. But you also got to understand that while yes, that KCJ stumble was terrible, and that is your last one. You have years of stumbling, missing battles. You have a year. Like, you have a year of being an obvious favorite because you would fuck up by choking rounds. You would not show up to battles, and somehow you're still the face of the company. When it's like, you're the most unprofessional one here. Keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So like where like niggas like Tay-Rock, when he was the face, it was like, all right, but he's also consistent every fucking time. He does his shit every time. He shows up. He's coming for this bag. You know what I'm saying? He's still rapping like he's the grimy, dirty nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's getting mad thousands for this bag, and he still wears baggy clothes. Like, he's dedicated to being the grimy Baltimore nigga, and he's doing his shit. Whereas like Twerk is like, our main thing with you is like, even though that was a terrible battle, you know, Loso, like, we just like wonder if you're gonna choke or not. Like, it's almost not. It's never Twerk against the opponent. It's Twerk against himself.
Basically,
you know what I'm saying? But if he can. If he can just let that shit go, he might have to do like another year or two consistently of just not choking to let that shit go.
Twerk said that he really wants to battle Disaster. He said that he really likes Disaster, and that Disaster is probably the only person he sees who can match his aggression. Because he's like, they'd be sitting there like bumping each other and shit, and they'd just be cool with it. Like, he really likes Disaster.
Well, okay, this is gonna sound weird against me, but it's probably just because we've been really URL heavy lately, so I haven't really seen Disaster battle lately. So I don't know if he's still a prop. I thought he kind of had fell off or like retired damn near.
He's not retired, but I've seen him saying recently that now people don't want to battle him no more. But I do like, he was popping. He's last because he was battling in that King of the Dot tournament.
He was definitely one of the best. He was definitely one.
There was a period where Disaster was like the scariest nigga in the game. But then I feel like
for sure
his style became less about words and more about like
aggression.
Yeah, aggression and just antics and shit. And there's nothing wrong with being an aggressive battle rapper. That's a lot of people's style. It's just, I noticed his bars didn't seem to hit with me as hard. It would just sound like the nigga was just saying words that rhyme sometimes. He was just freestyling battles, just saying stuff. And I feel like he just wasn't. He's not at the top of the top of discussions no more.
Yeah.
But I mean, Twerk was like, yo, I'm really a big fan of Disaster. But Twerk himself is also a fan of battle rap because he was saying he want to battle niggas like Thesaurus, like the grind time niggas. So like everybody was like, what? You want about Thesaurus? Like, I don't know you do about Thesaurus. So it was like, he was like, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Thesaurus. Like, and like Swave knows him because Swave was a grind time nigga. So it was just like, to say Disaster, I understand because Twerk is such a big fan of battle rap. He wants to battle people he looked up to. I don't know if I'd be super interested in that battle because I think he would murder Disaster bars wise. Because Disaster is really just all lately in most recent battles just been about antics. So
this is gonna be weird to say, but I feel like New Jersey Twerk might be like somewhat of like the Drake of the battle rap game, and I say that in a way of like where Drake will be the top nigga and make an album and sample Project Pat on there. And it's like, nigga, the average nigga's not checking for Project Pat, but you know who does like that kind of shit and will represent that kind of shit? This nigga Drake, who's the top nigga. So like, whereas niggas like Twerk is like the top nigga, and he's looking back and be like, well, you know, the Thesaurus is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's like that. He's not in it for status. He really loves the culture.
Yeah, he does.
So that's why he looks for niggas like Disaster, who, you know, we may look at like, yo, Disaster ain't really did nothing crazy. But he's like, yeah, but Disaster's dope. You're not gonna say he's not dope. And you know, that would be nice. That would be a nice battle. Actually.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I'd still watch it, but like Disaster,
that'd be interesting.
Disaster, he ain't been in my top 5 for a long time, bro.
Yeah. I thought he retired.
Nah, he never retired. He just said niggas are scared to battle him right now. But
and sometimes people say
Disaster is also very aggressively anti-vax, so that stuff is annoying. He one of them niggas he be talking shit about people wearing masks and oh, this is all a lie, COVID's fake. He one of them niggas, unknowingly one of them niggas. So people probably avoid him with good reason.
I know there's some of us that do that dumb shit too, but that definitely was a hard, like, not realization, but it was a hard reminder that he is still white too. Because there always seems to be white people that do that dumb shit.
I don't think he's white technically.
Really, I thought he was white.
Nah, he's some kind of he's people are somewhere from the Middle East.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, he's not white.
But yeah, for him, yeah, that anti-vax shit. It's come to a place like, if you want to, like, just have your stance, but like don't shit on somebody else because they don't share your view.
That's Disaster was in that battle. Remember, he was in the tournament and he was battling that one nigga. And the one nigga brought out the COVID stats against him, and everybody was talking about it because it was so funny.
Huh.
We talked about it. You probably just don't remember it. But like the nigga, I forget his name right now, but he was talking time for a minute. He was battling Disaster in the King of Dot tournament. Mm-hmm. He pulled out the COVID stats to read it. Mm-hmm. Disaster ripped it up, like ripped Torres and ripped it up. He pulled out another copy because he was like,
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that because he's like, I already knew Disaster was gonna do that, so I had like 8 copies printed out on me in various places in case he kept doing that. And he's like, he worked it into his round.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, like he already knew. He's like, yeah, you know what you're gonna get with that guy.
Yeah. And that's very smart too. Because you know what the problem is? A black person would be like, I'm at his paper. He better not touch me. Mm-hmm. And then he gonna fuck up the battle. Be like, you know what? No, I know you're gonna do that dumb shit. So you know what? Got your ass. Oh, you don't like this one either? It's cool. Let me shoot real quick. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was very smart. But yeah. I mean, that shit is annoying because that shit is like some shit. It's almost like it become the third thing you shouldn't discuss. You know what I'm saying? Like politics, religion, and now vaccinations, which is really a political game. It's terrible
for some reason. All right, so. The last bit of battle rap news we're going to talk about towards the end of this card. Mm-hmm. All right, because this card falls apart. We're talking about the super fight event from a week ago. For us, it was last week.
Oh, wait. Before we get into that, I got to get into this very important topic right here that I mentioned last podcast but didn't speak on because I actually forgot to. The Vado versus Saigon battle. You know, we are a battle rap podcast, right? Sure. So we got to talk about battles, right? Mm-hmm. You feel me? Now, Vado and Saigon, 2 artists I'm pretty familiar with, you know what I'm saying? Listen to a lot of their tracks, big fans of both of them, you know what I'm saying? Especially Saigon. I feel like while he got handed a bad rap, that first album was definitely amazing production, and I wish that Jay Electronica would have listened to that album and be like, you know what? I have an album with Just Blaze. I should put that out too. No matter what fucking happens. It's G's. Because that Saigon album was great. Even though it came out mad years later than it was supposed to, it was still a great album, a good experience. I loved it. Beautiful music. You know what I'm saying? But Vado versus Saigon. So I don't know too many politics behind the why they were having a battle. To my knowledge, it was supposed to be, you know, some dude that knew Vado and wanted to get him in the battle. And he was trying to find an opponent for mad long. He had a bag behind it. I think Saigon was one of the people they came across. Vado was cool with it. Saigon was cool with it. They ended up battling each other. And what I didn't realize was when I was watching the battle, I didn't know it was going to be one of the battles that they actually rhymed to a beat. So they did 3 rounds. I think the first round was 16. Second round was 16. Third round was, I think, either 2 16s or 24. Or was it 32? One of them, right? But it was 3 different beats, too. Fire beats, by the way. Fire beats. Like I liked all them beats. But so with Vado, right? Now, I'll say me knowing both of their styles, they definitely sound like they were in their prime. They were doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? It was good battles, good lyrics. Ultimately, just getting straight to it, I feel like Vado won, and he won just because of this. Saigon had good shit, but he kept stumbling. And I feel like he stumbled because he had to follow a beat. So it was like I think his shit wasn't rehearsed the best. Now my problem is Saigon was kind of being a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? Because Vado was like one of them dudes, like he don't bother nobody. He really don't have no issues with people. He just be chill. He came through, did his shit, got his bars off, you know, had some disses in there. None of them went personal. You know what I'm saying? They talked about that. They wasn't trying to go personal. They ain't trying to get people mad at each other. They're actually friends. You know, they're actually cool with each other. But while Saigon was up there, and when he could get his shit out, it would sound great. You know what I'm saying? Like, for those that know, Saigon has a song called The Letter P, which he kind of like, you know, gives a whole, I played that song for you. He goes like into a whole verse using a whole bunch of P words, and it sounds stupid when I'm explaining it, but it's a fire verse. It's a fire song. So of course he had to do, he's like, you know, I had to do the letter V. And he was like, you know, Vado Virgin. It was fire. But it fucks it up when like he's doing mad stumbles. They had to run the round back because he fucked up so much. He was like, hold up, let me get a run back. You know what I'm saying? So obviously Vado won, but Saigon upset because he's like, bro, first of all, like my rhymes were more complex. He's like, yo, like, I'm like, that don't mean nothing. Complex rhymes don't mean shit.
If you couldn't get the rhymes off, then you lost.
Yeah. I thought about this, right? We like the song with Tyler the Creator and NBA Youngboy, right?
Of course.
Now, you're not going to look me in my eye and say that Tyler the Creator is not a better rapper than NBA Youngboy.
Of course not. I mean, look, dog.
But when we listen to that song, what's the part where you get hyped? When NBA Youngboy comes in, you get hyped because he knew how to deliver that shit. So the complex rhymes don't mean shit. Vado was delivering his shit better. He didn't fumble nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew all his shit, got his shit off. Whereas you had good shit because we hear you. But, nigga, you was fumbling. You was like, hold on. My nerves. My first time doing it. You come up with all these excuses. You know what I'm saying? And then still got the nerve to be like, this is how I know you're a sore loser. Because even in the end, when I think Vado got his bars off, he was like, nigga, he would say dumb shit like, he's like, bro, this nigga's not a gangster. He's never fired a gun in his whole life. But that's my brother. What? You don't make sense now. Because like, oh, so you would be cool with a rapper that you know is talking gangster shit, but he's never done no gangster shit, but you also preach that niggas should stop doing gangster shit because you've done gangster shit and doing the gangster shit is stupid? I'm just like, all right, that Saigon, you gotta chill. Like, you gotta chill, bro. Just take this L. You lost. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a good event though. I liked it. As somebody who's been a very big Cassidy destroyer over here, and I noticed it because I saw Cassidy go on the video and say like, yo, Vado destroyed you, Saigon. Like, I think this would actually be a good medium for Cassidy because Cassidy is good with the bars. He is good for rhyming to a beat. Mm-hmm. Maybe the acapella shit, you know, when there's no beat, you kind of have to be really good with the words. Your words have to move everything. You know what I'm saying? But Saigon and Vado are two people that have signature flows, so they can move with the beat. Cassidy, maybe he might be a better battler in that kind of capacity. I don't know who else will go in that, but that might be a thing that can get his name back up and make him stop looking like a lyrical joke out here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I have in my notes is just, you know, if Saigon didn't fumble, maybe this would be a different decision. But because Saigon is nice too when he got the rhymes out. The name flips on each other were fire. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And I was surprised this actual event was in ATL for it to be a very NY heavy. Like, Vado's from Harlem, Saigon's from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? New York beats. Like, it was very New York-esque environment, but it was in ATL. And I know we've been hearing harsh on ATL crowds. They actually were pretty cool.
Maybe we couldn't hear them booing because there was a beat playing.
I mean, the beat wasn't that loud because that was actually one of Saigon's fumbles is the beat wasn't loud enough, which is funny because Saigon went second. So how come Vado can hear the beat perfectly, float on it, did just fine, and then when Saigon comes, he's like, where's the beat? I can't hear the beat. You got to turn the beat up. Run it back. You know what I'm saying? That shit happened like every round.
So basically, it just sounds like they didn't do a run through. They didn't do any sound tests before the show and stuff.
It just felt like one of them things where it's like, I don't know how one person was so prepared and had no stumbles, and then like you had every excuse in the world. Like you said you had butterflies, and then when the battle was over and niggas gave you an interview afterwards, it was like, yeah man, you had a few stumbles. You know what I'm saying? You said you had butterflies. No, I ain't had no butterflies. You said on stage you got butterflies. You literally said on stage, you was like, okay, I got this. I got the butterflies out. This is my first time doing this, y'all.
Maybe he meant he was listening to Michael Jackson Butterflies. And he was just thinking about it.
Nigga, I don't care if he was listening to Michael Jackson Butterflies. I don't care if he was listening to Kehlani Butterflies. Shout out to my fiance. She loves Kehlani. I don't care what butterflies he was listening to. I don't care if he pulled out his wallet and a butterfly flew out. You was fucking up with them bars, bro. And your shit was good because when you got your shit out, he did his third round good. I'll give him that. His third round was fire, and it was the longest one. But that was the one where he kind of like broke down, I think, Vado's whole career a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like from, you know, a little Tahiri jab to like signing with the Diplomats and that not working out, and then signing to Khaled and not working out, and all this other stuff that, you know what I'm saying? Like he got that third out beautifully. You know what I'm saying? So if he did get his shit out and didn't choke, it probably would be like he probably would have won that. So I understand why he's like, you know, like frustrated because he's like, yo, what did Vado say that was dope? And I'm like, nigga, everything, nigga, like he got his shit out. You stumbled. I'm sorry, that fucks up your as good as your rhymes were, because it sounded like your rhymes probably were better than Vado's. But as good as your shit was, when you choke and can't get the shit out, and then you got niggas got to reverse the beat, niggas got to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Mad times. Every round is having a problem, except for maybe the third. It damages your chances of winning, bro.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, besides that, it was a good showing, good shit. You know what I'm saying? I would look forward to seeing some other rappers doing that, because those are two rappers that, like, you know, are very skilled MCs. They do their shit. They got their fan base. You know what I'm saying? But they may not get the recognition they maybe deserve these days. I don't know. But at least I do know both of them are doing well. Like, for those that don't know, Saigon, I think, is signed to Strange Music at this time. And he actually has an app. I forget the name of the app. He promoted it in the thing, but it's like one of them hip hop blog apps. And apparently it does well. So he's getting app money. You know, and Vado doing his thing. He's independent, getting the independent money, still putting out music consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point he should do a tape with Dave East. Like, him and Dave East got good chemistry. They do a few tracks together. So both men are in their good places, even if some niggas might say they're past their prime. I think it was a dope event, you know. And if they do one again, I'll probably be the one to review it by myself, because I know you don't really care for New York niggas like that. So yeah, good shit. Now we can get to the super fight.
All right,
that was super fucking lame. Super impressive.
Super fight was this past event for Smack.
Fast.
It was supposed to be 5 battles, ended up being 4. The Fonz and Luke Castro. Damn.
Yes, we knew that.
Luke Castro, because you my dog.
Yeah.
Fonz and Luke Castro had to get canceled. They said Fonz had some personal issues going on, so they didn't allude to it. They just said, like, yo, that battle's canceled. Okay, so then it was down to 4 battles.
Shout out to Fonz. Hope everything's okay, man.
Yeah. So now it's down to 4 battles.
That probably would have been the best. That would have been the best
battle.
Yeah, just given the way the card went.
Yeah.
You know.
So, card started off. We're going to get into the card, bro. Ain't no point talking about it. We're going to get into the card.
Let's get into it.
MVP versus Cuban.
That was the first one? Okay.
So, MVP, he coming off his battle where he got beat up by real name Brandon. And, you know what I'm saying? You got to laugh.
Real name Brandon been destroying niggas, right? I ain't gonna hold you. He that's battle rap Illuminati right there.
You know he's EFB.
He's EFB?
Yeah. He EFB. So now it makes sense why he's so good.
Sense. He is for every fucking bar.
Yeah, he EFB. So MVP started off. Honestly, it was a pretty good round.
It was a decent MVP, yeah.
Yeah, because he was addressing the battle he lost and all that. Because the battle was only like 2 weeks before this one. So I
do like that. He don't run from no losses or whatever. Some shit happens, he addresses it. Addresses it head on. Because a lot of niggas like pretend shit don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Niggas take a heavy L and then just come back and be like, nigga, I'm still Calico. What you mean Loaded Lux? You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, he was saying he addressed the L, but then he had some fresh bars for Cuban. So then Cuban is somebody I've never really seen before, keep it 100 with you.
It's my first time watching Cuban ever.
Yeah. So he started off real slow, and I was like, all right, this ain't it. But the round started getting better the more he went on.
Yeah.
Then I also realized his rounds are way longer than MVP's rounds. All 3 of his rounds are longer than MVP's rounds. Yeah. MVP, I could feel like he was still rapping under the Ultimate Madness rules where he only had 2 minutes.
Yeah.
On regular cards, you're not gonna do that, bro. Because you had some good shit, but if this other nigga's rapping twice as long as you, he got more time to overtake anything you said.
Yeah.
Because Cuban's round started off real slow. I was like, all right, whatever. But then as it went on, it got better. I was like,
power level was increasing.
That was a decent round. Then the second round, MVP came back out there, rapped some more. Yeah. Had some good bars.
Yeah.
But I also realized the crowd didn't give a damn. the crowd was not rocking with this nigga, and I was surprised because, like, again, like you just said, he had some good bars.
Yeah, this was a good. It was a good MVP. It wasn't the best MVP that we've seen.
No,
but it was far from trash. It was a good MVP.
Yeah. So then Cuban came out there again in the second, and the crowd liked him.
The crowd liked him on the second round.
The crowd was fucking with Cuban.
He was having a good second round.
But then I feel like it was starting to get the MVP, because in the third, MVP was just, it wasn't as good as his first 2 rounds. It was okay, but it wasn't as good as his first 2.
Yeah.
And then Cuban took that, and I feel like his third was his best round. He closed out real strong, and I had Cuban taking it 2-1.
For sure, that's how I took it. I will say with that one being MVP versus Cuban was like the third one that I watched out of this 4-battle joint, and I ain't gonna lie, I had to watch it on bootleg.
Yeah,
this was the hardest one to find too, because like the other, like I think it was like maybe the last one I watched because it was hard to find. I was this close to texting you. I was like, listen, I watched them all, but I can't find the Cuban joint, so we might have to do it without Cuban. But yeah, like that, I will say, and this might be early. Cuban kind of impressed me the most. Yeah, on the whole card, and I literally said it's a fucking damn shame that a nigga I have never heard of has impressed me more than anybody on this card.
I ain't gonna say all that. Somebody else on the card impressed me a little bit.
I'm saying that MVP was good, but Cuban had a wave today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get into some Cuban talk real quick. So I'm on Twitter all the time, and
Twitter fingers.
Whenever I'm on the Hold It Down pod account, I realized that Battle Rap use Twitter Spaces. I said that before on here. And there's this group called EFM. You know, it's Battle Rap Doctor, Greedy Gotti, and Bum Nitty. They hold Twitter Spaces all the time, and they just be in there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Talking
about
the
names.
Yeah, they're very funny guys.
Greedy Gotti, Bum Nitty.
Yeah, they're hilarious. The Battle Rap talk in their spaces be funny. They be having actual battle rappers in there, like Yoshi G be in there, Jay Nightwing be in there. Your homeboy, your partner, them Bill Collector be in there.
You feel me?
The other day, Surf was in there, and usually Surf don't be in there, but like I was in there, Surf was in there answering questions, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Cuban shows up, and it started out real chill. Cuban was like, "Yo, big ups to Surf." Somehow, some way, the conversation went left to where Surf and Cuban was arguing because Surf told that nigga he was trash, and Surf was like, "Yo, you just had the worst battle." He's like, "Your battle MVP was garbage. You're not good." Surf was talking down to this nigga, telling him like, "Bro, you're trash. You will never be on Summer Madness. You'll never be on Gnome. You are like, you will never be in the conversation with me, bro. Like, you will never battle me. You're not on my level," type shit. Surf was talking down to this nigga with statements that were unfortunately very true. And that's what was hurting the most. And you could tell Cuban was taking that shit personal. That shit was hurting him. Because Cuban was like, "Bro, I don't even know why you would even hate on another nigga like this. I don't even know why you would talk down another nigga's career like this. Like, what type of shit is that, bro? Like, I'm saying we all supposed to be loved." And Surf was like, "Bro, I'm just telling you the truth. You're not that good, bro. You're trash. You'll never be on my level," type shit. And then Cuban took it personal. Took it real personal. It escalated to the point where Cuban was talking about shooting the nigga. Like, escalated to a Cuban was like, "Nigga, I'll shoot you." And at that point, they said they had to kick him out to talk because he was talking crazy. Niggas was like, "Hey, bro, look, we can't talk like this. Like, we trying to keep it battle rap, but you talking wild." So Surf was like, "Yeah, bro, like these niggas are fans of me." And like, so it really, like, these niggas be the biggest fans of me. So it hurts them to their core when I tell them the truth that they're not that good. And he was like, "So when I tell them they'll never be on my level, it's the truth. Like, I'm me, you're you, you're not on my level." And he was just like, and I could tell it was hurt. It hurt that nigga's feeling. Like, Cuban was hurt.
It had to.
If your favorite battle rapper told you you're trash, you'll never be on my level.
I bet you didn't even have to go there.
It didn't have to go there, but
like, I bet you it didn't even.
Surf likes to talk his shit. He's one of them people. Yeah. And Surf was like, "I wish I could understand that. Like, he's like, I wish I could just be a commentating nigga, but I'm also in the game too. So I'll see both sides of it, and I know I'm that nigga for a reason." He Surf be talking his shit.
I bet you Cuban was just like, "Yeah, maybe one day I'll get to your level," and that's when Sue Surf was like, "Okay, stop all the humble shit. You'll never see me, my nigga. Like he could just be like, hey man, he can't just be supportive. He could be like, hey man, you work hard, you know, maybe one day.
Surf cook that nigga.
Couldn't even give him a quick, like, you know, maybe one day, but, you know, you can't fuck with me.
Surf told that nigga, bro, in the next 2 years, you will never see a Summer Madness or a Gnome. He's like, I'll bet money on it. I bet you a stack right now. You will not see that stage in the next 2 years. You're not that good. You're not that guy. And, like, Jay Nightwing was in there, too. And he was just like, even somebody like Jay's career is way ahead of yours. Jay, he's like, I respect Jay. I was like, I've been on cards with Jay. Jay's a good dude. Jay Nightwing.
But I don't respect you.
Jay was like, okay, cool. Jay was like, Surf, I ain't got no problems with you. Surf, I ain't got no problems with you neither, Jay. Like, we cool. Cause like, and just like, Surf was just bringing up too many actual factual points. That's what was starting to hurt me. It was because I was sitting there laughing on the phone, like, damn, we cooking this nigga. But Surf was like, bro, just think about this. You haven't been in the game long enough to build up a name as big as me. He's like, even niggas who were in the game, he's like, I'm in a different era than you. He's like, so niggas like me and my brother Rock, we a different era. Even niggas like Geechee Gotti, that nigga, he not in my league. He not on my league. He's like, to me, he's like a younger. He said something like he's like a younger brother, but he's still nice, like Geechee, like top, but he not in my era and the niggas his class he came up with. I was like, technically that's true. Surf is from an older era of battle rap.
He is, and while age don't mean shit, because a lot of some of these older niggas, because niggas that are before Surf right now are getting shitted on, a la Mook. You know what I'm saying? Mook is before Surf, but you know, when he went against Geechee Gotti, that was when he was back,
yeah,
right? So
yeah,
he did his shit.
Yeah,
so Geechee Gotti is one of the top niggas. He's every fucking bar. So.
Yeah, everybody respects Geechee.
Yeah, so
like Surf was like Geechee's good and all that, but he's still a different era. He was like, you wouldn't even have no reason to be talking to me right now. Like, nigga, who are you? He's like, you too new in this shit to even think that we should be talking type shit. Like, that's how Surf was coming to that nigga. Surf was like, bro, I can make sure you never see a Summer Madness or a Gnome. Honestly, bro, you ain't gonna see that shit. He's like, me and my niggas, we can fuck around and run the whole car. We got that kind of pull. He's like, me and my brother Rock will run that shit. If I say I want to battle, I forgot who he names. If I say I want to battle A-Verb at Summer Madness and then Tay-Rock battle Geechee at Summer Madness, that's 2 battles already. You're not getting them spots. We'll have other niggas take the other spots. And then at Gnome, we'll flip-flop. I'll battle Geechee, Tay-Rock battle A-Verb. He's like, how much you'll never see a card. And I was like, damn.
Yo, it's so much random little effort into making sure that you never matter. That's fucking crazy.
Dog.
What did Cuban do to deserve this shit?
No, he was cooking that nigga.
Oh my god, yo, this is why I don't like. See, this is why I be humble. I don't like getting in arguments with up north niggas, because they always gotta go extra below the belt, and then don't let them have actual. Because you see when niggas will have whole arguments with no facts and nothing to back himself up. A Mook. Yeah. But when they actually got facts, and they got shit to back, and they got status.
Yeah.
Oh, unstoppable.
It was bad.
And they're gonna Godzilla you. They're gonna overkill you.
It was bad.
All that shit.
It was bad.
Damn, sir.
Yeah, bro. We was talking to that nigga like that. I was like, damn, this is unnecessary. You ain't to cook him like that.
Damn,
like,
sir.
He was just like, you come there talking to me. Your battle was terrible. That shit was ass.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that might be the only thing that might be not factual. Like, the battle was okay.
The battle was not that bad, but I guess to a nigga like Surf, ass.
I guess so.
You come there talking to me off of fuck. Who the fuck is MVP? Nobody give a fuck what your battles are. Your ass. I was like, damn.
That's fucked up.
And Cuban started off like, bro, I was just trying to come in here and show love. I came in here, I was bigging you up like, yo, shout out to Surf and all that, and now you just come in there just shitting on me. Like,
Yeah, that nigga had time today. That's crazy. Damn,
yeah,
sir.
Bro, I told you, just the spaces be going up on Twitter, bro. Battle rappers be talking shit.
Yeah, he wanted smoke that day.
Yeah, he had time. And then after they kicked Cuban out, Surf sat around answering more fan questions. You know, he was talking to niggas. He was real chill. You know, after that, he was talking that battle rap talk again. Niggas asked him about JC again. He said he would love to battle JC. He said he still wants to battle JC. He respects JC. He still thinks he would cook JC. He's still all that. You know, so he's still talking that shit.
Still taking shots and be like, yeah, you know, I'll battle anybody as long as their name ain't Cuban.
He ain't talking about Cuban no more. He stopped. He stopped talking about Cuban.
You know, I would think about giving MVP a shot, you know, since he battled that bitch ass nigga Cuban. I don't even smoke Cuban cigars, nigga. All my chicks is black. I don't even fuck Cuban bitches, nigga.
Bro,
nigga, fuck Cuban.
It was bad.
That's crazy.
The level of talk he had for that nigga, I was like, this is necessary, dog.
And I feel like Cuban did nothing to deserve that. Like I feel like he did not deserve any of that at all. But
yeah,
I hope it puts a fire in the Cuban's ass and he proves Sue Surf wrong.
I hope so too. I would hope that the beef y'all have ends here. I hope that it doesn't escalate to where if you do see that nigga, you still tight. Like, look, bro, that was just one night. You know what I'm saying? He was just on one. You just got to eat that because that's your OG technically. Like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta let older niggas get their feelings out, and you gotta eye it, bro. Whatever.
You gotta just let the success speak, man.
That's the only way you're gonna catch up is if you prove that nigga wrong. Because trying to fight that nigga, that's only gonna make you look worse.
Yeah,
especially if you escalate to we said you was gonna shoot that nigga. I was like, hey, that's unnecessary.
Yeah, so you know what? Just let that put a fire under your ass, and you could be easy to block captain because.
Everybody respect Easy.
I don't know who pissed that nigga off, but that nigga just like, you know what? Fuck these top tier niggas, and it's been working for him. And while saying that, he ain't just been saying that shit and been mediocre. He's been great.
Yeah.
The pen has been getting better. All that shit.
He put his skills where his mouth was.
Yeah. Pause. So if you ever put that pen to work and you get to them shits that he said you were never gonna get to, you know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna be like, nigga could be in the battle, look at the camera, and be like, hey, Sue Surf, you owe me a stack, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming for that ass, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, so prove that nigga wrong because I see potential in you. You definitely. Everything else he said was true, but as far as that battle being ass, I disagree. That battle was not ass. You did your thing. You got potential. You could do some shit. I ain't gonna lie though. I do feel like in the battle though they were saying that like Cuban kind of has a history. Like I thought he was kind of like the same thing as Easy, where like he's been battling for a minute but just hasn't reached that level that he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I misread that.
Yeah, I don't know his history like that, but I do know apparently he was in like one of them battle rap crews before, but like he was the only one that didn't really get big. So now he's trying to put himself back in a position to prosper. But hey, we'll see what happens with him.
Next,
Cortez versus Jada Nightwing.
Now this one, I'm not even gonna hold you. This battle, unimpressive.
Very.
Cortez, it was a cool Cortez. It wasn't the Cortez I wanted to see, but it was definitely better than the Cortez I know, because the Cortez I know, basura. Okay, so this Cortez was kind of like in the middle, in the middle. And even with Jada Nightwing, he's a good battler. He's respected. I feel like Jada Nightwing kind of took this battle off a little bit. It was
I felt like he wasn't trying nearly as hard.
Yeah, especially
the energy was off.
Yeah, and even with him doing the NY slang, the cute NY slang shit, like it was funny. I wrote in my notes that the NY shit that Jay was doing was cute, and I said that before. Literally, Cortez was like, "That was cute," like it was a little funny. It was a little funny. Too,
it was even funnier.
We are characters.
Sometimes. It was even funnier when everybody was like, "That's not even how Harlem niggas dress." Because he was just like, yeah, I'm dressed like a Harlem nigga. That's not Harlem niggas dress.
It's not. That's how we dressed in 05.
Yeah, niggas said he was dressed more like a Brooklyn nigga, which I wouldn't know. I don't know. But Swave said that. I remember Nunu said something like that too. It was like, that's not how Harlem niggas dress, but we see what you was going for.
Yeah, if that's a Brooklyn nigga, that's a Brooklyn nigga you do not want to be around. All right, that nigga don't give a fuck about life. And to make it worse, that's probably an older Brooklyn nigga. So that means there's an older Brooklyn nigga that doesn't give a fuck about life, and somehow the cops haven't got him and the ops haven't got him. Stay away from that nigga. All right.
Yeah. So I don't really have too much to say about this battle for real. I gave it to Cortez technically because I feel like Jay wasn't trying.
If you come to New York and you see a nigga wearing a do-rag under the hat, do not fuck with that nigga, bro. Stay away from that nigga.
Right? Untied do-rag.
Untied at that. All right. You might get a little pass if maybe it's a high color. Maybe it's a yellow or a pink. He might just do it for some fashion shit, or just maybe he's like a YouTube nigga and he's just doing some funny shit, or maybe he just wanted to be on some fly shit, whatever. But if he's wearing if it's dark blue or black, untied do-rag under a hat, stay away from that nigga, boy. Mm-hmm. That nigga got a gun and a knife. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, and he's nice with both. I'm telling you.
All right.
But yeah, cool battle. Nothing much to say about. But I ain't gonna lie, Jay's third was interesting though.
Yeah, he was working towards something.
Yeah, he was,
and then he was just like, "All right, niggas ain't feeling it. I'ma just end it."
But it felt like even him switching out of that was kind of intentional, in a weird way. But it did. He was getting somewhere because he was getting like to a good subject matter. He was breaking down Cortez and all that, and then of course, I will say though, with him doing that, maybe because he didn't get to execute all the way or didn't choose to execute all the way. When Cortez, it was like one of them trying to break down, everybody's gangster. What you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? We're battle rappers. It's probably not gonna happen. And then of course, Cortez go back into, I'm a gangster. I'm gonna shoot you. And it was like it didn't deflate his shit. But
Cortez went right back to it's gangster grills, you bastard. Very next round.
It was decent. It wasn't a bad Cortez, which I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
But it was like this whole card just felt off.
Unimpressive.
The whole entire card was just it was a whatever ass card.
Very unimpressive.
So the next battle, Sirius Jones versus Swamp.
Yeah, this one right here.
I actually like this battle. This was my favorite battle of the card, personally.
Yeah, I mean you ain't had much to work with, but yeah, I think you could say that. Because like Swamp first round, he went first. He was doing good.
He was doing good, bro. I was like, this is a good Swamp.
I would think he had like a personal problem with like Sirius because he was like going in like.
He was going like all his references to being serious was good.
Yes.
Like, look, I know we shat on Swamp before. I'm like, yo, Swamp is only good in 2-on-2s. Yeah. This might have been the best solo Swamp for real that I can think that I was like, yo, this is really good. Definitely. Swamp was holding his own.
Definitely.
I would have had him winning if it wouldn't have been for a stumble. Now Swamp has been stumbling more and more and more. It's starting to become an issue with him. But if he wouldn't have been stumbling in the third, I might have had him winning. I really might have. But this battle was debatable because Swamp's first was really good, but then Sirius started off with a stumble.
Yeah, because he was starting off good, and then he forgot to turn on the freaking diamond test
because he pulled a diamond tester in his first round. It was supposed to go on like niggas calling me fake or something like that, and he's gonna tag you like, oh but my diamond's real. He couldn't get his diamond tester to work, and he tried it like 3 times.
The problem is niggas get the diamond testers, they forget that it takes a little minute to start up. I ain't gonna lie, son. I watch Breakfast Club interviews. Just from that alone, I'm like, oh, okay, it takes a little minute to start it. Because
he should have turned it on before.
Yes, that's what he should have did. Because, nigga, anybody that talks about jewelry now on the Breakfast Club, you'll see Charlemagne go to the side, start it up, give him a good 10, 15 seconds, and he's be like, all right, we're going to test this jewelry out, see if it's real. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll work. But he ain't going to start the shit. The only time he did that was with Tusi, and that was on purpose. Because he started out, he was like trying to make Tusi believe this shit was fake. He was like, you know what I mean? But yeah, Sirius, that was a bonehead move. It kind of fucked up the energy, but
his energy was off. And I was just, bro, when Sirius just sat there like, okay. And he said it, looked at him. Dog, the laughs that came out of me as I watched Sirius just stand there and look at this nigga. Because Sirius already looked crazy to me with that Cheetah Girls outfit.
Yeah, that was a weird outfit, bro.
The Cheetah Girls outfit with the diamond grills and chains and all of that.
Is that what New Jersey pimps look like?
I don't know.
No wonder the niggas get caught, bro. Like,
I don't know.
Nobody should wear, if your name is not Trinidad James, I do not want to see you in no cheetah print. All right? That's crazy.
Because, bro, I remember during the event, I kept tweeting like pictures of Chester Cheetah. I said a Cheetah Girls gift. Like I was going in on this nigga's outfit. But the problem is, once he got it together, he started rapping, bro.
Yeah, and it was good.
It was really good.
Now the first round, it was like on and off because I guess the first bit threw off his energy overall. Mm-hmm. He was still getting the shit out.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna lie, he could have shut up after that because like he was saying, he's like, sorry, that shit threw me off, and I'm like, nigga, you cooking? Like,
yeah,
stop talking about it. You're cooking. We forgot already.
Yeah, because once he started rapping, I was like, yo, fuck all the issues. You spitting right now.
Yeah, I was like, see, this is the nigga that deserved and got the debatable with
Rum Nitty. Yeah,
this is the nigga. You know
and then the second round.
Side note before we continue on.
Okay.
Now, what if this nigga gets a rematch with Murder Mook?
It'll be crazy because
Sirius might cook
the way Sirius rapping,
might cook that nigga.
Sirius, like honestly, bro, the way Sirius is rapping, he low key could battle some top tier niggas right now. Yeah. As long as he don't do no bullshit,
and leave the diamond testers alone, he gonna be alright.
Sirius was a problem lyrically because Swamp was fighting to keep up, and it said the second was a good round for Swamp too.
Yeah,
because Swamp was like just kept having jokes about the pimping, but it was all working.
Yeah, it was all good
like
shit.
Swamp's rounds were really good. I said it was great. This was a great Swamp performance. I was happy for Swamp.
Yeah,
but then Sirius just came out, dog.
Yeah. Sirius is a good rap because he knows his bag. His bag is having, he's older now, so he's gonna have some life lessons in there. He's gonna have some lyrical shit, and he's also gonna have jokes. And that's all shit that's gonna work in a battle. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is he been laughing too hard at his own jokes.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was kind of bad, and that's kind of new because most of the time he would just be funny and not laugh. But like now he's kind of like he thinks he's funny or knows he's funny, so he laughs at himself, and that kind of throws in because it also doesn't work when you laugh at yourself and like nobody else really laughed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like but yeah, like he and being removed for so many years, I don't know how a nigga just gets better somehow.
I don't know.
I will say his freestyle I feel like got worse because he used to be really good at freestyle. Like he used to like be the point like his claim to fame when he beat Jin, it was all freestyle. So that's why it was all like Chinese jokes and Jin couldn't do shit with him. You know what I mean? So he would like freestyle a lot of his shit, but like now I feel like he writes his shit now, which is better though. It's coming out fire. Great. Just change the outfit. You know what I mean?
Please.
But yeah, Sirius Jones is something serious.
So Swamp came out in the third. He was doing real good.
Yeah,
so he started fumbling.
It's the best Swamp we've seen. But
Swamp started fumbling, and it was kind of hard for him to finish after that. It was a wrap. Yeah. And then Sirius came out, just snapped in that third, and I ended up going Sirius 2-1 because I still give the first to Swamp because Sirius stumbles are so crazy. Yeah. But then Swamp, like if I can see people arguing 2-1 either way because people like, yo, that first round stumble was crazy. I give it to Swamp. But then the third round stumble was crazy for Swamp. I might give it to Sirius. So either way, somebody you can say 2-1 either way.
I saw people saying on the YouTube videos like that was with Swamp and Sirius Jones like, how do you judge a choke? When it's like on this one, like they stumbled. It wasn't a choke. A lot of niggas choke. They can't go further and they just end the round or whatever. Or you hear them freestyle or go to some other shit that's clearly not as hard as what they were saying, and it throws the energy off, and then they just jersey. You know what I'm saying? But these two, like they stumbled, but they kept going. Whereas like Swamps was a little worse because like he stumbled and then like the energy a little left. He might still had some left to say and got it off, but where Sirius stumbled in the beginning. Then,
he only got better after that.
Yeah. So
if he would have did his performance flawlessly, he's still like bars wise, he probably still performance of the night for me, which is crazy that a nigga could start off horribly bad.
Yeah,
but then honestly, bro, that deserves some recovery points. If we was scoring this, he would have got some recovery points off rip because crazy. His bounce back was crazy,
and that's kind of a testament to how good they were. But also testament to how bad the night was.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely battle of the night.
Unfortunately, the battle with crazy stumbles is still battle of the night.
Yeah.
Because you can tell these niggas was trying the hardest.
Yes. It almost felt like Swamp had a point to prove with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Swamp never been a friendly nigga, but he also never been like an aggressive nigga. But like I had a feeling, I was like, yo, I feel like he don't like this nigga, bro. Like, and Sirius, Sirius don't never have no issue with nobody unless it's behind the scenes or something. But like Sirius always comes out, jokey, just I'm here to do my shit, get your shit off.
He always
say my shit, whatever.
He always coming off cocky, just doing that serious shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll get to this. The main event.
All right, so
which I was surprised and actually glad that this was the main event. Well, this is kind of the first battle I was about to watch, but I ended up saving it towards the end when I heard them say main event, and I was like, "Oh, great! The main event is going to the ladies.
Yeah,
that's wonderful." I said before, I was like, "Yo, the poster actually shows the ladies on there. They're the biggest ones on there. Black empowerment. You know what I'm saying? Black women. Shout out to my black women, especially. We ain't gonna act like women are good now, but women were shitted on this battle rap card. Like niggas didn't want to battle women at one point." Like I won't even say it. There was definitely a clear skill difference between the men and the women. I feel like at one point, but now I feel like the women are, I don't say catching up. They're there. They're on the level as these men. You know what I'm saying? So for two women to be the main event, fire.
It was history. It was a big deal.
You know what I'm saying? But, we almost couldn't even get to the actual battle because apparently Miss Hustle, I don't know what happened before. I was unaware of the tension between these two, but Miss Hustle, first of all, just to make things difficult, just to make the room difficult, just declared, I'm not going first.
She was also late as fuck. When I say late as fuck, you ain't watching it live.
Yeah,
I was watching it live. She wasn't there. But like when I say not there, I'm talking about the Sirius Jones and Swamp battle that ended. They had to stall for like a half hour because Hustle still wasn't there.
See, how are you late when you're the main event? Like,
that's what I was so confused about. Yeah, right. So they just had Nunu and Jay Black sitting there. They was like, yeah, so we just gonna keep talking because we can't start the main event yet. You know what I'm saying? We have some technical issues. And
that is one thing I do appreciate about them niggas. Like when they have to do some, we'll just keep talking. They ain't gonna just be like, okay, so I'm like, all right, apparently they ain't ready, so we just gonna keep on talking. And so how was your day today?
Jay Black, he was trying to keep it, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to keep it professional and be like, you know what I'm saying, this battle, that battle, the energy, you know what I'm saying? But Nunu was like, somebody not here yet. And I was just like, you can see in Jay Black's face, oh, we're not supposed to really say why they not started. And then Coffee comes out on screen. Coffee was like,
I'm here.
Coffee was like, I'm here. Where you at, Hustle, bitch? Let's go. We're waiting on you. So now that we've seen Coffee, we know that Hustle was the one that's not here yet. So then that was that vote. Nunu was like, fuck it, they know now. Where the hell is Hustle at? What are we waiting on? Like, bitch, this is unacceptable. This is very unprofessional. You not beat. Nunu was just snapping it, and Jay Black just sitting there like,
Coffee's a professional gangster. I love Coffee, bro.
Coffee was just like, don't make no sense. Be waiting on her. And then, so, bro, they stalled so long. They started interviewing niggas. Cortez came out. They started interviewing Cortez.
Yeah, to get some shit on the fly.
Yeah, bro, they started talking. Cortez.
In the name of content.
Cortez started interviewing Cortez. Cortez talking about how he felt about his battle, niggas he wanted, but just talking. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't paying attention because I was too busy laughing and talking shit on Twitter and stuff.
This shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, come on, son.
They might as well just cancel it. In my eyes, I would just like, low, it's over. The card's over. We can't stall for like no half hour. Y'all are the headliners. We're not finna play with y'all. Yeah. That's what I would have did personally, but it's not my event.
Yeah.
So Miss Hustle finally shows up, and then you saw when she finally showed up. Then they decided, let's start the battle.
And then she decided to show up late and make demands.
Yes.
I don't know what job that works at. I can't show up at half an hour to my job and be like, hey, so by the way, I'm taking my lunch now. Like, that's not what you do. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah, shows up late, and then it's like, I'm not going first. Before they even flip the coin. Smack is a funny nigga because he's trying to be cool all the time. But like, I ain't gonna lie, like I love my black women, but they also got the strongest attitude sometimes. So like,
Smack look like
he's trying to be cool.
I don't know why they still forced the battle because you can see in Smack's face. He looked like he didn't know what the fuck to do no more. He was like, y'all still want to do this? Y'all sure? He's like, before I flip the coin,
bro.
Y'all, what you want to do? What you want to do?
It was a good 2 minutes of back and forth before we even got to the roll, because like a back and forth, like literally a Hustle being like, I'm not going first. And he was like, what? All right, heads and tails, I'm not going first. And Coffee just walking around because she's like, I'm just not about to engage in this bullshit with what she's doing. And then Smack's trying to like talk to both of them. He's like, are we doing this? Like, what are we doing? Like, come on, the camera's rolling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we waited. Are we still doing this?
Yeah, like right. He's like, what y'all want to do?
So then eventually Coffee starts rapping just because somebody had to start.
Yeah,
because Hustle said she wasn't going to do that.
Shout out to Coffee.
Coffee starts rapping. And while she's rapping, Hustle is all the way off on the side. So Coffee's rapping to the camera.
Yeah, all the way to the side on the respective side, just chilling.
So Coffee raps to the camera. She gets her round off.
She was good.
Yeah. It was a good round. It was a good round.
Coffee could rap, so she was good.
Hustle comes up, and Coffee's still standing there because Hustle was rapping at Coffee. Like, that's what Hustle does.
What she does.
She be in everybody's face. That's normal. That's not different.
Yeah.
But then Coffee starts walking around, which is pretty usual Coffee stuff. But Coffee started walking to some area where Coffee started walking around the whole stage. She was walking in between, smacking them, and Hustle was just following her around as she kept walking.
And she was saying, it's like, yo, get her off me, get away from me. I rapped over here. She's in my face. Which, it's also like, we have to say, wow, it is Miss Hustle style to be in people's faces, and a lot of battle rapper style to be in people's faces. Mm-hmm. Whereas Coffee doesn't do that. I get it. But it's like also like I forgot the point I was getting to. Miss Hustle was in her face, but it's like it's different when there was pre-tension. You know what I'm saying? Like this is obviously not a friendly battle already. We got that. They don't like each other. Yeah, it's been determined. That being in the face shit hits different when it's like, okay, y'all obviously don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like Miss Hustle was looking for a reason to be upset. You know Well, both of them really, but Miss Hustle a little more.
So she was following her around, and then she was like, "Bro, I can't do it with this bitch, bro. What is this shit?" She's just walking around and shit. So then, like, Miss Hustle was getting upset, and she just ended her round. And then she was just like, "Fuck it, I want to fight you, bitch. When this over, we gonna fight." And I was like, "Okay, that's interesting."
Yeah. So after the first round, she's like, "I don't even want to fight no more. I mean, I don't even want to rap no more. I want to fight, gangster. So then, meet me outside."
So then,
Coffee was like, "We could do whatever you want to do."
Coffee rapped her second to the camera again because Hustle's all to the side again. Yeah. And then did Hustle rap again? Yeah, I think Hustle
did go twice.
Yeah, Hustle rapped again. And then I think Coffee was about to start rapping again, and then the whole event just cuts off.
Coffee went into her third, and then it just cuts.
The event cut off.
Well, my thing, it froze, and then I heard like a little bit more, but it sounded like it wasn't. Fast forward, it sounded like it was like a little bit more than what she just was at.
The event
and then it was like it ended.
It's because they're saying that the power went out at the venue. That's the reason that they put the power went out. So as you know.
I'll give it that just because it was a live event. So if it's a live event, because I'm thinking, look, because even what Coffee was saying is like, yo, I guess Miss Hustle had some people with her, so like, and they tend to. I don't know why it's only with the women battles, but they have nobody in the
room was empty. They said that's what they had decided on.
But they had some people behind the camera though, because like once when Hustle and Coffee was kind of like going vertical, because I don't know what Coffee said, but Miss Hustle just like. So what? And then when it gets to that, and then Coffee's like, and who are these bitches in the background? Tell these bitches to get the fuck out of here. They can shut the fuck up too. So, it was a high tense situation. So it looked like a fight happened, but
both sides have said
if it's a live event and shit cut off before anybody like anything that looked like it could have popped off, I'll believe it. Because how would they know? Like, how would the smack would be like, yo, in 5 seconds it's about to pop off. Cut everything off. Like, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. So I listened to everyone's statements afterwards. So Coffee dropped the interview the next day on 15 Minutes of Fame. Coffee, she said...
She called her Crips and she had to lay that bitch out, huh?
Coffee said that there was no fight, that she went outside, that Hustle didn't even want to fight. She's like, yo, I went out the front door, took my earrings off, said let's fight. But then Hustle ended up going out the back, so she didn't even fight. And she said that Hustle was unprofessional and all that, and that she just wanted to come there and rap and go home. And she said that she don't know why Hustle even acting like that, because she said that her and Hustle stayed at the same hotel. And she was just, because Uncle Rob was one who did the interview, because against 15 Minutes of Fame. So she was like, Uncle Rob, spin the camera around. We out here at the HID, you know what I'm saying? It's a real nice, pretty hotel and all that. We stayed at the same hotel. I don't know why she acting like this. I don't know why she being late and everything. We already know you here. Cool. That was the Coffee interview.
And, Coffee's a very professional gangster. She even said in her round, she was like, I don't like this bitch, but I'm not going to fuck up the bag. So I'm not going to touch you.
So, and then Coffee also said that they had agreed beforehand, because she said that she was told beforehand that it's going to be no touching and that they just going to rap to the camera. Y'all not going to be in each other's face. That's what she was told. She said, that's what they told me. And then they said that we couldn't have no people in there. So that's why the room was supposed to be empty when we rap. And I said, okay, that's what you were told. That's what you had agreed to. Hustle, she went on Restore Order, the same episode Twerk was on. She Zoom called in because Debo was there in the studio too. And Debo was like, I didn't know anything about any no touching clause. But Debo also told you, he's like, I wasn't involved in this event. I was just there for support. I don't know nobody's contract. I don't know information. I was just there.
Right.
So they called Hustle. Hustle called in. Hustle was like, yo, fuck Coffee and all that. I ain't get no rule about not being in her face and not no touching. She's like, I be in everybody's face. If you want me in your face, don't battle me. That's basically what she was saying, which
understandable.
People,
it is her thing.
Yeah, it's her thing. She always do that. And I don't understand because those people on Twitter like, yo, Hustle was doing too much. Hustle always do that. So that wasn't really my issue. That wasn't really my issue.
Name a battle, but she's not in the chick's face.
Nah, she do it to everybody. But the stories were kind of starting to get conflicting because first she was like, yo, she was mad at Uncle Ra for not shutting down Coffee interview because she's like, that was corny that you spinning the camera around and all that shit. And Uncle Ra was like, well, that's what she told me to do. She told me to spin the camera around and show where we was at. And Hustle was like, she told you to jump off bridge, you was going to do that too? All that corny shit. You should have known that we would never be at the same hotel. He was just like, okay, I was just doing the interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you be mad at him for just doing the interview?
Not to be trendy, but that sounds like a red flag to me.
So she was like, yeah, we was never at the same hotel. We never had no clause. She's like, I'll show y'all my contract. Ain't nothing in my contract about no touching and none of that shit. I ain't getting nothing like that. And then, cause people were saying that she was sitting down while Coffee was rapping, which is considered disrespectful. She said, I ain't sit down until the second round once I realized that there was no mutual respect between me and her. So yeah, I didn't sit down until the second. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go on with all the facts first, everything that she said before I continue. I go with my opinions. So then she was like, she said that this beef ain't over and that she need to see that bitch and that she still want to fight. That this shit is real because Coffee was doing too much before the battle. Coffee the reason the battle got out of hand because before the battle and during the promo and stuff, Coffee was just calling all her name, posting pictures of her kids, posting her nudes, doing all kinds of wild nut shit. She's like, Coffee the reason, this shit is real. And then she said that that the reason there was no people in there is because Hustle said that her guest list was 46 people. They told her hell no, narrow that down to like 20. And so she was
still a pandemic.
You know what I'm saying? The fuck? So then she's like, well, how many people did Coffee have? She said Coffee had like 16. So she was like, fuck it. If I can't have this, I don't want her to have no people either. So then they said they agreed
bring 16. Bring out of your 46 niggas. Who 16 are the biggest hitters? If it's really that real.
They said that's why it was agreed to no people because they were just like, all right. So if y'all both got issues later, we're gonna have no people in the room so it could be less tension. That's what they said. And then they said that the reason that it was getting escalating because they said towards like at the end that it was that Coffee had brought niggas with her. And Hustle had mainly brought women with her. So they said, like, niggas were saying that Coffee's niggas was trying to rush Hustle and, like, was trying to, like, act like, was trying to get involved in the women's fight. So, like, I've heard Hustle say that. And then Geechee also said that. Because, like, Geechee said that he wasn't there. But Geechee said he's heard from multiple people who were there that, like, the niggas who was with Coffee was acting like they were trying to fight more than Coffee was. And he's like, that's why Hustle ended up leaving because the security had to push the niggas back because he's like, yo, why would niggas trying to jump into a women's fight anyway? So he was saying, everybody was saying that's why that shit's weird, like some corny shit. That's why they didn't fight yet. But Hustle said this shit is up and it's stuck and that they got real beef and that she need to see her. Cool. Those are all the facts. Okay.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, this shit's blown way out of proportion. Everybody like all the organizers and niggas like that is saying like it really didn't need to get here because like Swave, he was just like, could we ever solve this? And she was like, nah, this shit ain't done. I need to fight that bitch. Like this shit real. He was just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? We know we can't change your mind. Like it is what it is. You feel how you feel. Because she was just like, how you gonna be a real street nigga and then be mad when we gotta do real street shit? Like don't come out your mouth crazy. Like because she was saying that before the battle, Hustle was saying Coffee was posting shit like. It's ain't a battle no more. This is a fight. Well, bitch, don't tell me we coming to fight and you not coming to fight. Like, so what is it? Like, what type of energy you coming on? So Hustle was saying that Coffee was the one dictating all this weird energy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to believe Coffee side, but it seems like Miss Hustle got a point. Because I was just thinking, just before you said it, I was thinking that shit too. It was like, why we over here, we talk about all the shit that we used to do and we gangsters or whatever. We talk about all this shooting shit. But why, when it's actually time to squabble up, like it's complicated. But in that particular situation, it makes sense because I was just wondering why, if it's still up and you were just right in front of that chick's face, why it didn't happen? But if she got niggas with her, and some niggas, especially on that gang shit, niggas will jump in the woman's fight.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, and that's not fair.
So
I can understand Miss Hustle trying to.
Yeah, I get
trying to get the fuck up out of there, but be like, no, this ain't even, so we're not gonna fight here.
Yeah, I get the points that she was making, but here's where it starts to not make sense to me again. It's where I don't know if I could listen to what she was saying completely. All right, so she said that she wasn't told anything about not being in each other's face, no touching.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you while Coffee was rapping then? If you ain't never get told nothing about I can't be in her face, she can't be in my face, why were you gone every time she rapped? And she was just rapping to the camera. She wasn't asking you to come up and stand there. You just was gone. I ain't never seen no shit like that.
I get that, but I think it's also. I think she just would be on her side, and then she would see that Coffee isn't trying to rap to her, so she would just do her own thing on the side somewhere. Because I don't think it's ever been Coffee's thing to be in a chick's face. We've said that her style is kind of unique because she raps to the camera. She don't really be in chicks' faces, and I believe it's because she really comes from a real place. And when you're in somebody's face, there's a real level of tension there. And unless you and I are cool, I can't feel 100% comfortable in your face. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially if we're trying to rap aggressive shit. So it's like, you know what? I'm not trying to go back to that place that I'm really from. So I'm just gonna rap to this camera while I'm disrespecting you. We don't got to be.
Coffee said, like I said, Coffee said that's what she was told, to just rap to the camera, work the camera, and just do that, and then Hustle can't be in your face. So then, if Hustle, that's what I'm just more confused about, because if Hustle was never told to not be in her face, I've never seen a Hustle battle where she just stands off to the side, not even in frame while a nigga is rapping to you. Like, that's what's weird to me. I mean, if you weren't, so
usually when they battle, like they'll have
just because there's room,
so like. Just because be on the side, but like she'll just be standing there. Whereas like here, there's like nobody around. She can move around, whatever. And usually the other, like if she's going against like a E Hard or 40 or whatever, the person's like rapping to them, making eye contact, make it a little close. Coffee's not doing all that, so like it was kind of not necessary for her to stand still. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of disagree with that a little bit, because also like if there was something like that in the contract.
Talk closer to your mic.
If there was something like that in the contract, it would be really weird, because while, yes, when Coffee was rapping, Hustle would be off to the side, but then as soon as it was time for Hustle to rap again, she promptly would get in Coffee's face every time, and then follow her around, which is kind of funny, but follow her around freaking Google Maps, like every time with every bar. Like she just had to be in her face for everything. You know what I'm saying? I hope her breath didn't stink, because she was around Coffee for every bar. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but she said she showed the contract where it doesn't say that.
She said she wants to. Oh, she said that she's gonna go on restore order soon and bring the facts and the evidence for her to really plead her case better, and that she don't like how everybody mad at her right now. Everybody coming to her. She said that her and Geechee both said they don't fuck with Nunu, because Nunu out here like picking sides or whatever. Because Nunu had a live with Surf, and her and Surf was just like going in on how unprofessional Miss Hustle was and how this shit was embarrassing. And Geechee, like Miss Hustle was EFB, so Geechee was trying to go in there and like plead her side of the story. But like I guess Nunu and them, like basically Nunu was saying like, nah, Geechee can't come in here. Geechee gonna be too biased. That's what Geechee addressed on his show. Geechee was like, bitch, you was being biased. How you gonna be a host and still talking shit? Talking about how unprofessional people are, like you can't play both sides. Yeah. Miss Hustle was saying this, and Miss Hustle was like, "Yo, Nunu been showing for years that she don't like me, and I feel like that shit's unfair. That shit is biased. That shit ain't cool." So niggas,
women can't stick together.
Niggas is mad at Nunu. So I was like, "Hey, it is what it is." But
it is what it is.
This whole situation was just unfortunate and it was embarrassing. Y'all was trying to make history as the first women to headline an all guy card, and y'all had the most drama and battle. The card just fell apart. It wasn't a good look.
Yeah, and it sucks because when y'all was getting the bars off, the bars was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
so it would have been a nice battle. But you know, it is what it is. Tensions flare up. You know, at least we can say glad that nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
And hopefully nobody does get hurt. Or if somebody does get hurt, it's, you know, a nice, good, fair one-on-one squabble, which we know that doesn't happen, especially with people with egos and money and, you know, gangs behind them and shit. So we just hope nobody gets hurt. It is what it is. But yeah. So that was the event. That was Super Fight 5.
I don't know if they number them like that, but sure.
Is what?
I don't think they really numbered them.
I just saw it online. It said Super Fight 5 because definitely one we saw before was Super Fight 4. So if it was Super Fight, I'm assuming it had another number.
Yeah.
And also, you said it was supposed to have 5 battles, so I think it would make sense.
Whatever.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
They just be calling them Super Fight. So.
True. I think they just be coming up with names for these shits. It's like, yo, we got another event. What are we gonna name it? How about Super Fight? You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah. Whenever it's not themed, they just call it a Super Fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the event. It was a pretty weak event overall.
Yeah, it was. It was very unimpressive. Very unimpressive. Especially because I ain't gonna lie, with us feeling like Sirius Jones and Swamp was the battle of the night. I feel like if you know the main event didn't have the tension that it had, that could have been the battle of the night, or at least would have been worthy enough of being in a main event for that night. But it went the way that it went. But yeah, let's get into our artist of the week. Do you have one? Or you need me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. I've been saying before that this week I actually got a chance to listen to the Vince Staples album. Wonderfully and creatively and beautifully titled Vince Staples. I wonder what inspired that. Very very different type different type album names. You know what I'm saying? Also a different album cover. It's his face. A lot of niggas don't do that shit. Innovative shit. Y'all niggas need to keep up. Feel me? But yeah, the album is actually great. Like I've been a Vince Staples fan, but never really listened to a Vince Staples project before and was impressed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe except for like Summertime 06. And that was a lot of tracks. So it has some good shit on there, but besides maybe the singles, I can't tell you like what joints really popped, but I do remember listening to it and enjoying it, right? But and I've long since said that like I have been a little upset with Vince because while he comes from a real place and he's one of the rappers that I believe really live the shit that he raps, he doesn't kind of like being in that gangster lifestyle. Like he kind of likes to rap with a different vibe. He has different type of sounds. He experiments more. You know what I'm saying? And we want to crown that here. But this one, he kind of, not saying he's left the gang shit alone. He still raps some gang shit. But I feel like this one was like a perfect balance. It was like more colorful, easy, mellow beats, but with the gang shit over it. And I feel like it was a perfect merger. I've heard people say they don't really care for this album. I don't know how. This is a beautiful album. I love it. I think it's my favorite Vince Staples project, like by far. The only difference is like this one is one of the tracks. This is one of the albums he doesn't really like yell. Some ones he might go into that high voice like North Side Long Beach. He don't really do that. He's kind of more relaxed. And if you listen to his interviews, there's a reason behind it. But definitely, I think it was a great. The lyrics is there, the beats is fire. You know what I'm saying? The gang shit is there. He even gets into a little more melodicness. It's a well put together project. You know what I'm saying? Vince Staples by Vince Staples.
Great. All right, my artist of the week is Blast. So we talking about another Cali nigga. I finally got around to listening to No Love Lost, and I really liked it. It was good. It's a little samey to me, but overall, I think it was good. This nigga has a sound. He has a vibe. I could definitely see him becoming a bigger deal in like the R&B space. Yeah, that's really it. That's all I had to say. I think it's really good. He definitely has some good songs on here. He has like with songs like Gang Slide.
It's the Midnight Gang Slide.
My biggest critique with him, well, Gang Slide I know a lot of people out there. If you've seen that reality show Sweet Life, that's the theme song from that reality show. His songs are short. My issue with him is this nigga, he'll give you a verse and he will one verse you. This nigga has many what other niggas would call interludes. This nigga got a bunch of interludes on this bitch, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, nigga, I was fucking with these songs.
Yeah, it's definitely like what how people feel about the first Summer Walker project. Like before Over It, it'd be like, yo, the song will be fire, and then it'll just be one verse, and it'll be 1:30, and I'm like, I wanted more. This song is amazing. Or the song sounded like we was getting somewhere. Like it was a bop. Yeah, he's definitely good for that because he's a good artist.
Yeah,
definitely a good artist. Got a lot of potential and whatnot. And even though some of the songs sound samey, he's like, it's a good kind of samey. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's definitely good for like.
He has like
songs sound incomplete.
Yeah, his songs sound incomplete, and his style, I would say, musically, it's like slow West Coast gangster bops. Yeah. Like he'll talk some gang shit over some real smooth R&B songs. That's why I like that he has a Ty Dolla $ign feature on here. So I was like, the whole time you're thinking, damn, this needs a Ty Dolla $ign. But then I hear it. I was like, okay, cool. He got what I said it needed. Overall, I think it's good. I think he has a bright future. Yeah, definitely.
I think I'm on record saying that he was one of my artists of the week at one time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Blast, BLXST. I guess you gotta put that shit out there.
Yes, you do. It is not easy to spell.
Yeah, and if you just put Blast on YouTube, you're not gonna find him.
Nah.
But yeah, this shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a fan of the project. I got the deluxe version, all that shit.
Yeah, me too.
I like his shit. You know what I'm saying? My favorite joint was Be Alone. He got them bops. You know what I'm saying? He's and you know I think he got a joint going popular on TikTok right now. It's like a mashed up thing. So I just know his voice because I fuck with him. Yeah. But yeah, blessed.
Yeah, he's good. All right,
that'll conclude this shit.
Yeah. All right, Quan, tell them where to find you.
Find me at your bitch crib. You know what I'm saying? Doing Bible study because I don't cheat. Love my fiance. Feel me? But you want to find me online? You can find me at SAYQUAND. Find me on Twitter sometimes, Facebook never, IG I'm mostly on there. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, holla at a player. I make beats. You want to find some of my beats? You know what I'm saying? You can find some at SAYQUAND. No D. SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. You know what I'm saying? Holla at me. I got all kinds of beats. You know what I mean? You want to find some blast beats? I think I might have some of those in there. Want to find some, Drake type beats? Got those. Some Lil Baby, got those. You know what I'm saying? Some drill, I got a bunch of those. You know what I mean? All kinds of versatile sounds. You know what I mean? So yeah, holla at your boy. Where can they find you at?
All right. If you want to talk to me, which I mean, why wouldn't you? You can find me. All my socials are the same. @ Bloodbath. That's Twitter, IG. I got a TikTok now. I have a TikTok, and so does the Hold It Down Pod. Hit us up on TikTok, hit us up on IG, hit us up on Twitter at Hold It Down Pod.
Yeah, we'll put some snippets and clips up there, get some of these views up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
His phone agrees with us.
Word. Thought that shit was on vibrate.
That thing happens all like I'm not even mad. Like it always pops up perfectly, no matter what. It could be a song, it could be a moment. I don't know what it is about your fucking phone and that shit, but it's flawless. Yeah. It's always perfect timing every time. I hate it.
Well, I will take it as a compliment. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank y'all for tuning in.
You dig?
I want you to tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
And remember, this off going to hold it down.
Pip, pip, diddly do, niggas.